How's it going, folks? Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you. I hope we're all doing good. We move on into the quarterfinals over in Madrid. We're going to touch on these matches very shortly. Before we do, like the video, get yourself subscribed to the channel if you're not. I'd appreciate it if you did. Before we touch on these matches and before we do the recap, just want to take a quick moment to say a very quick but also a rather large thank you to each and every one of you to help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm very happy about that. You know what, it's come a lot quicker than I had planned. Very pleased. Yeah, just keep hammering on, innit? Just keep doing our shit, keep cracking on. We go every day over here, don't we? The consistency is what's going to see us through. There's so much tennis, and there's always so much tennis to be played, and there's forever for it to be played in. So like I said, we'll keep doing our thing, and then we'll see where we end up. I appreciate you. Nice one. But anyway, now that's out the way, how did we get on today? Winners, losers, did we come close share with the group? There was only 4, we'll just run through them dead quick. So we had Matteo Arnaldi getting past Big Foe in straight sets. Easy work. But if that was easy work, what was Jack Draper? What did he do to Tommy Paul? He fucked him up, didn't he? Something fierce. And then Alex Di Minor and Mensik still haven't played. I'm still waiting for that. I had to get the video out a bit early, but it won't really matter come the end of the video. But I imagine you, just like me, I imagine pretty much everyone, look, Dimitrov fucking killed everyone off today, didn't he? What did he do? If you watch the match, you don't need me to tell you what went down. If you didn't watch the match, you know, watch the highlights, go and look at the statistics. I'll just tell you very briefly. He was decent in the first set, he took that. He was equally as good in the second. He got to a tiebreaker. He had what? 3 match points. He was serving for the match twice, and both times he sprayed a forehand wide. Yeah. He then went on to lose the tiebreaker. He instantly lost his serve in the third set, and he then lost the match. Unfortunately, that is the way she goes every now and then. Look, it's a bit disappointing if you were involved in that. Believe me, I know. I was also involved in it. But you can't beat yourself up. If you're going to beat yourself up, use a feather. There's nothing you can do about a result like that. A colossal shitting off the bed. But you don't need me to tell you. We know how it is over here. Very close. Couldn't have been any closer, as a matter of fact. And we had multiple chances to see it through. He just couldn't do it. I will say this. Now, you know me, I love Dimitrov. I always have done. But I found myself saying a couple times this season, is this as far as he's allowed to go? Is this as far as he's capable of getting? Look, just calling it for what it is. If you can't put that game to bed against Gabe Diallo at this point, I'm not so sure who I can trust you to beat going forward. I'd say the exact same about anyone else. So it's only fair that I say it about this dude. It is what it is. I think I speak for us all when I say we will most definitely think twice. It would take some serious consideration to jump on an opportunity next time it presents itself concerning Dimitrov. But that'll do us. It is what it is. It's all good. Very happy Jack Draper won. We'll see what today holds. Opportunity beckons, as always. Here we go. Who have we got? What time is it here? I've got to go and do some night shifts very soon, but we've still got plenty of time to crack on with these. First off, we've got Casper Ruud and Daniel Medvedev. Should be a good one. Cannot wait to finish work and fucking kill me sleeping pattern off watching this. Head to head is 3-0 to Daniel Medvedev. These haven't played each other for quite some time. Back in 2021 was the last time out, to be precise. Not only has Casper Ruud never won a match against Medvedev before, he's actually never won a set. He's come close a couple of times, but never really done it. Now, you don't need me to tell you that a hell of a lot has changed on this tour since 2021. More so looking at this season, I mean, Casper Ruud has been fantastic. And he remains as well. He remains to be fantastic. 18-6 on the year. Daniel Medvedev's been a bit of a sleeper as well. 16-8. He's been a bit better than what I've given him credit for. You know, considering he doesn't like the clay, he's always complaining and fucking moaning about the clay. He's went 5-1 on it this year. 5-1 on the clay. Only loss coming to Alex de Minaur over in Monte Carlo. Not bad. He's beat Kachanov, Muller, Laszlo Djere, Juan Manuel Cerundolo, and he just about got past Binach. I say just about got past him. He dropped a set to him. In hindsight, it looks a bit unnecessary, but he come back and drilled him 6-1 and 6-4. It's been good. Been good, man. Casper Ruud, fairly similar, 6-2 on the clay. He got beat by Holger Rune over in Barcelona. No shame in that. And then there was the loss to Alexei Popyrin over in Monte Carlo. Yeah. Let's just forget about that one. That was a fucking stinker. I thought he looked very, very good. Very impressive against Taylor Fritz. Now, I knew he was going to win that one. I had the feeling he would. I don't know what I expected from Taylor Fritz. Maybe I expected a bit too much from Taylor Fritz on the day, or maybe I didn't expect Casper Ruud to look as good as what he did. I'm not so sure about that. But I'm damn sure about what I've seen, and he looked fantastic. He did. He had more than enough to deal with everything that Taylor Fritz had. Although Daniel Medvedev's looked good, and especially on the clay, he's been tough to beat. He's been hard to handle. I think Casper Ruud's got this one in the bag. Considering you've never beaten before, you've never won a set, you're coming into this one as a 1.6 favourite. I think that one tells us a slight tale, if I'm being honest. I'd fancy Casper Ruud in this one anyway. There was a time, maybe not that long ago, where if you were faced with a situation like this, you'd probably look at it and take Medvedev, no questions asked. But like I said, a lot's changed. And they've played each other indoors, outdoors, and on the grass. Never played on the clay. So I don't know. I do think Casper Ruud is a lot more trustworthy in the spot. Look, if you're going to beat Taylor Fritz like that, just more of the same against Medvedev. That'll get you through. I know I've just said Medvedev's a bit of a sleeper. You know, it's hard to get a read on him. It's hard to get a read on him most of the time. I think Casper Ruud is slightly more trustworthy in the spot. I really do. How many times have we seen Casper Ruud put in a 10 out of 10 performance this season? Quite a few times. I think these top 10 or top quality performances that you would get, the best of the best, especially like Medvedev, these top performances of Earth, they've been very few and far between this season for this guy. So with that being said, I would be going with Casper Ruud on that one. 1.6, it's not bad. It's not bad considering. But we'll crack on with Francisco Cerundolo and Jakub Mensik. Should be a decent one as well. This is a little bit closer. We're getting Cerundolo 1.7. These have played each other once before. That was last year over in Beijing. That went the way of Francisco Cerundolo on the hard court as well. That might surprise some of you. Tiebreak in the first, 6-1 in the second. Nice, solid performance. Putting it plainly, if you're going to do that to him, if Cerundolo's going to do that to Mensik on the hard court, what would you imagine he does to him, or he's capable of doing to him on the clay? Poses a lot of questions, doesn't it? I think Mensik's looks solid. He's looked solid as anything. Ethan Quinn, straight sets. Ben Shelton, straight sets. Bublik, straight sets. Barely broke a sweat. Not a bead on him. Same goes for Cerundolo as well. Harold Mayo, Comesaña, and then the big bad Zverev. We all had a feeling. We all knew he was going to win that one though, didn't we? It was weird. Even though he was a dog, it certainly didn't feel like it. Great stuff. What a performance as well. I'd usually say, look, with it being on the clay, you'd probably side with Cerundolo anyway, but I am aware that Mensik is very, very dangerous on the day when he turns up. Cerundolo's just a different beast, and he's a different beast. Looked fantastic against Zverev. You could only assume that Mensik is going to struggle with that version of Cerundolo, providing he turns up. But will we get him? That shall remain to be seen. You could take either one of these for a set. I couldn't call you crazy whatsoever. We might be in for an over. I don't know, man. I think, even though he did beat him last year on the hard course, I think Mensik has improved so much. He has improved immensely in the past year. Cerundolo probably should be getting this one done. Look, 1.7, it's very tempting, is it not? It's very, very tempting. But I don't know, Jakub Mensik, he seems to have had an answer for everyone so far. For the big saves, anyway, they've all been big saves as well. Maybe not Ethan Quinn, but Ben Shelton and Bublik, most definitely. So he's not struggling with the save. Definitely not struggling with the power. He dishes it out. Well, I say struggling with the power, I mean it's Mensik, innit? He's probably going to dish it out a lot more than what he's going to get it from the majority of opponents. Cerundolo for a set while the price is like that, I'm not so sure, you know. What would you go for on this? Probably Cerundolo, right? I wouldn't mind going, I don't know, 1.7. It's too tempting for me. I feel like everybody, the entire world, is going to be on Cerundolo today. I don't know how I feel about that. We've seen quite a couple of bad beats, quite a few snide results, quite a couple of upsets already so far in Madrid. I wouldn't be surprised if this is amongst the rest of them. I really wouldn't. I'd lean with Cerundolo. I'd probably take him with a set and just play it safe. I can't see Mensik just coming out and drilling them in straight sets, although he is capable of doing so. But we'll crack on to the last one. So look, before we get into this, whoever wins out of Musetti and the Demon is going to be playing Gabe Diallo, obviously. I don't know who's won because it's only just started, like literally just started now. But I imagine that whoever wins from the Demon and Musetti, you're probably just going to take them to beat Diallo anyway, right? There's no way, you can't keep getting away with it. Norrie shit the bed, Dimitrov shit the bed. He couldn't even beat Borna Koric, but yeah, there he is in the quarterfinals. Fucking crazy. Crazy. Fair play to the lad. You'd say he wasn't supposed to be here, but he definitely does deserve to be here now. But I can't help but think whoever he bumps into in the quarters is just going to fucking munch on him for breakfast. So we'll see what happens with that. And we'll wrap this shit up with Jack Draper, Matteo Arnaldi. It's going to be a short one tonight. That's alright. We don't mind those. Jack Draper, Matteo Arnaldi. Jack Draper squad. Where are we? I've got him here around 1.35, call it 1.4, roundabout. If you're going to do that to Tommy Paul, you're probably going to beat Matteo Arnaldi. That's not my only reason. He's better, isn't he? I always say it, don't I? It's Jack Draper, he's just better, isn't he? Come on. Been quite impressed with Matteo Arnaldi, I can't say that I haven't. Borna Koric, Djokovic, Demir Djuma, big foe as well, hasn't dropped his set since the first round. Jack Draper just continues to impress. Straight sets against Griekspoor, probably would have been straight sets against Berrettini if he hadn't pulled out. And then he absolutely hammered Tommy Paul today. Yeah. I knew he was going to win. I had him for the set. I had the feeling he'd win, but I didn't think it would be like that. 6-2, 6-2. Fucking, it's what you call opening up a can. I'm expecting more of the same against Matteo Arnaldi. I really do. I think this is the end of the line. It's weird to think that this will be the toughest test that Jack Draper's probably going to run into so far over in Madrid. I don't think it is. I think if you beat Griekspoor like that, you've beat Tommy Paul like that, you were doing your shit against Berrettini. Why wouldn't you beat Matteo Arnaldi? These have never played each other before, so there's not much to go off. We've got 4-1, is that? Or is it 5-1? 1, 2, 3, 4-1 for Jack Draper on the clay this year, and 4-2 for Matteo Arnaldi. We've got Arnaldi at 12-9 on the year, 17-4 for our boy Jack. It's easy, innit? Set in stone. Pure and simple, folks. Jack Draper squad. Take him on the money line if you want. I know it's not very enticing, but 1.4, it's not bad. Hey, look, I took Dimitrov today at 1.4. So, why would you not want to take Jack Draper? not as good as what it was against Tommy Paul, but I think he's just going to get past this one just as easy as what he's done with the rest. I really do. Now look, you could take Jack Draper on the money line. If you're doing a parlay, you could take either, I don't know, like maybe like Casper Ruud for a set or Cerundolo for a set. I don't know. Either one, that and either one of them for a set, and I'd say you've got yourself a pie. I really would. But it's Jack Draper all day. Jack Draper is now, and the time is Jack Draper. Let's go get it. Very well then. Short and sweet tonight. We like those. We sure do. I'll be saying good night to you, innit? You take care of yourselves, you take care of one another, and you take it easy, most importantly. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I don't know what the next milestone is. Maybe like, I don't know, like 5k, 10k. Let's go with 5k and let's do the path to 5k. The quest continues on, as I imagine it will, for quite some time. It's always a pleasure, folks. Always an absolute pleasure. You let me know what you're going for, best bets, all that stuff. Doesn't matter what for. Share with the group. We all like winners. Very well. Let's go get that cash. Don't know what I'm going for. If it's pinned, it's pinned. If it's not, it's not. As always, enjoy the tennis today. Let's go get it, and I'll see you tomorrow.